It's that time of the year again when fog returns to shroud the national capital and parts of North India. One of the runways at the Delhi airport has been closed as dense fog is being reported there with visibility below 50 meters. All flight operations, in fact, have been suspended. According to Met Department officials, the situation is only likely to worsen during the week, and it's not just Delhi. Reports coming in of dense fog in Amritsar as well. Well, let's go across to Tejas Mehta, who joins us from the Delhi airport. Tejas, you were taking a flight out of Delhi this morning. What's the situation? No flights have been leaving since 6 in the morning?
Well, that's what the person at the Air India counter, we just asked some time ago that what's the situation like, and they confirmed that since the morning around 6 a.m. no flights have taken off from the Delhi airport. Only before that some incoming flights really came in. But what we also are being told, many of these flights are currently diverted to cities like Jaipur, where there is no fog. As we're mentioning, the other cities higher up in Amritsar and elsewhere, Jammu, there is a lot of fog, so they can't divert flights there. Now, let me just show you what's happening around here. The Air India where I was taking off from, many people have now been asked to go ahead because they are arranging for breakfast. But many others still are very tentative because they still don't know exactly what's the delay like. If I can just take you very quickly to this flight information chart, it still does not have what are the details of the delay itself, because take a quick look here. This is the flight information chart, and there is absolutely no mention of the status of what the flight, how delayed the flight is. So this is, creating some sort of confusion. They are making announcements, but that is only at, at particular gates of particular flights. It's not being announced everywhere, or they simply have to just put it up on the board here. What's the delay like? At least mention it is delayed. So that is one thing, of course, which is irritating passengers here, because the information coming is from the loudspeakers, but only at those particular gates. Otherwise, on these information charts on the screen, this information is not being flashed continuously. Also, Gagi, if I can tell you, I was coming from Gulmohar Park, and on the way till the outskirts of Delhi, the fog is pretty shallow. But once we start entering, towards the airport itself, becomes intensely thick. In fact, we couldn't move ahead for at least about 5 to 10 minutes because the driver also was a little confused as to where the road really was. I was speaking to him, and he's been here for 22 years. He says this is really a major fog. Of course, the first one that he has, it has hit Delhi in the beginning of in this winter. But he was saying it's a major fog, at least with the driver, and he was going extremely slowly. Of course, there were no accidents, thankfully, but it is largely extremely thick around the Delhi airport itself. Gagi?
All right, Tejas, thanks so much for joining us with that. Tejas Mehta there at the Delhi airport. Remember, it's the season's first fog, and while Delhi, per se, the central area is not affected as badly, we are seeing dense fog around the airport. Well, NDTV's Maya Sharma too is at the airport. Maya, your flight delayed as well. What can you tell us?
That's right, Gargi. And actually, yes, as we approach the airport, that is really when the fog thickened. I come in from central Delhi area from around Janpat. And as we approached the airport, the fog became much, much thicker and, of course, caused a delay. I'm standing in front of the departure boards now, and every single flight has delayed against it. There are constant announcements coming on, some of them saying flights will depart at around 10 a.m., which is looking rather optimistic right now, because as of now, all flights are delayed. There's absolutely no movement. Of course, a number of people in the lounge, past security is actually building up now because people, of course, arriving at the airport but not able to leave at this stage. So all flights here, all flights, domestic flights, there's a delayed sign against them. No indication on the board of exactly when they will be actually allowed to leave also. Although the estimated time of departure given against each flight is about 1 hour later. They are giving timing, but really it's rather optimistic looking timing. But otherwise, against every single flight is a delayed signal, delayed everywhere. And outside, looking outside the glass at the runway, it is extremely foggy. Even the flights, even the planes parked very close to the terminals are actually covered in fog, and it's very, very poor visibility with the naked eye as well.
All right, Maya, thanks for joining us with that. So you can imagine the backlog of flights there. If you're heading to the Delhi airport, perhaps you should find out about your flight first. Well, Shaito Raha, NDTV's Shaito Raha now joins us, and he's on a flight that's been circling Delhi. Shaito, what's the situation? What are they telling you?
Hi, Gargi. We were on a flight at 6:50 out of Delhi to Chennai. They pushed back at 6:50. We circled the entire airport, got back to the bay, and pretty much, as you can see, it's almost 9 o'clock. We've now been told the doors are open, but we've been told to sit inside the aircraft for the next hour and a half before the captain takes a call. So as of now, the visibility is pretty bad. I can see probably up till the wingtips. That's just about it.
All right, it does seem, Shaitu, that the fog took the authorities there completely by surprise. It is the season's first fog, and it's something all us Delhiites are used to, these delays. But this being the first of the season, perhaps the airport authorities weren't prepared for it.
Not at all. It didn't seem like they were prepared for it at all, because I can see that even the aircraft, they pushed back knowing fully well that, I don't know, I couldn't even see the ground, and I don't know how the aircraft pushed back. So I'm a bit surprised as to how we've been able to get this far and come around, actually.
All right, so Shaitu, just to reiterate, your flight actually took off, it circled Delhi, but then it had to come back?
No, it didn't take off. We pushed back at 6:50. We circled around the airport on ground.
I see.
Went right up to the runway and then came back. So going up to, just to give you a sense of it, 6:50 we left, 9 o'clock we're back at the bay. That's how long it's taken us to go from the bay to the runway and back.
All right, so visibility really dipping there at the airport. Shaitu, thanks so much for joining us. Shaitu Radhe reporting from on board a flight that actually circled the airport but wasn't able to take off, and passengers just waiting on the flight now. It was a flight to Chennai. So as you can see, many flights delayed. There's been no takeoffs at the Delhi airport since 6 this morning. It's the season's first fog in the capital.